there, I'm Nancy, gratefully recovering food addict. I would like to share my experience, strength, and hope through my recovery. I have been abstinent with my food plan, which means I don't consume any of my alcoholic foods, sugar, flour, wheat, high-fat foods, fry foods, things that make me want to overeat, and things that I cannot stop eating once I start. Just one little bite and I can't do it. So I have been abstinent on my food plan for 7 years now, and I have been in the recovery rooms of Overeaters Anonymous for 6 years now. This time around, I've been in and out of the rooms since the 70s when I was a teenager, and never able to really stick with it more than like 3 months. I do okay up to 3 months, and then the reasons that I would overeat would overpower me, and I would not know how to cope with life, and I would go back to my addictive foods and back into the food hell. So about 7 years ago, well, 8 years ago, I decided to see a therapist. I didn't want to look at my crap, but I had tried everything else, every single diet plan. I've gone to cooking school, so I do know a lot about food. I've taken many nutrition classes. I know a lot about nutrition. I've set up my own food plan, very healthy food plans. Just wouldn't work. And I heard decades ago in the rooms that I needed to, that other people were having success giving up sugar and flour, processed foods. And I thought, and chocolate, I thought, no, I couldn't, it's just unrealistic. I couldn't live that way. It's impossible for me. I'm different. I couldn't do it that way. So I went on for decades later, suffering. And so I was seeing a therapist once a week for a year. And each Monday would be a new diet, the latest magazine article, the latest book. And I don't know how she put up with me, but she stuck with me, trying to help me through. And then finally, I went back to Kay Shepherd's food plan. She has a couple of books, From the First Bite and The Body Knows. I highly recommend them. I tried that food plan for the third time. See, at that point, I was just living for food. Food was everything. Everything was my love. It was everything to me. It was my God. I'd hate to say it, but that's true. And that was not a happy place to be, and I was just not really living a life in deep isolation, severely unhappy, depressed, social anxiety. I was crippled. I was a cripple. And so I was just kind of eating and just waiting for the end to come. Sorry to say. Well, I thought, well, I have a daughter. I should, live for her sake and not have a mother that died of obesity. So I thought, well, maybe I need to go to rehab, food rehab. I came up with a million reasons why I couldn't do that. Well, I have seasonal allergies, and they probably make you walk outside, and I don't do that, blah, blah, a million excuses. So I thought, oh, well, I'll try Kay Shepherd's food plan one more time. It's a very, it's weighed and measured, and lots of things are cut out because Kay is very experienced. It's her life's work. She knows about us food addicts. She is one herself, and knows what triggers us, or through her trial and error with all the thousands of people she's worked with, she's learned what works for people and what doesn't work for people. So I thought I'll try it one more time. I had the book on the shelf for a decade because I knew in my heart that was the plan for me. I'm a Skid Row eater. You know, if it was alcohol, I would have been a Skid Row bum. I'm a Skid Row eater. So I tried it again, and with the help of my therapist, you know, each week she'd say, well, you know, try this, and can you not eat this until I see you next week? And I made a commitment. I said, yes, I can do that. And little by little, she helped me get abstinent, and I am just so grateful for her. And so, of course, this was the first of the year, the brand new diet, first of the year, January 2011, I guess it was. And so I was doing fine. I was prepared for Valentine's Day. You know, it's my husband wouldn't give me, he knew not to give me anything like that. And you know, it's not the day itself, it's the sales afterwards that would be so tempting to me, you know, discounted chocolate. So, but I was prepared. I, you know, got myself all ready. I was all psyched out, no problem. At the time, I was working giving rides to senior citizens, and this lovely elderly lady, I took her grocery shopping, and she bought one of those discount hearts for me, you know, the big box of a heart box, and gave it to me. And I didn't have the heart to say, oh, no, thanks, I can't take that. So I took it, and I could have thrown it away. I could have donated it, given it away. There's no way I would throw away chocolate. I'm sorry, no, I can't do that. But anyway, before I even pulled out of her driveway, that box was open, and I was chowing down. And before I even got home, which was not a very long drive, I had eaten that whole box. I thought, I've done it for 2 months, a month and a half. I can just do it again tomorrow. Famous last words. The disease tells us lies. That was a big one. So for the next 2 months, I was trying to claw my way out of food hell. Every day is a new beginning. Every day I would start out with the best intentions, and by the end of the day, I would drive home and stop at a fast food, or drive home and stop at a convenience store. And ordinarily, I always ate very healthy. I learned that from Weight Watchers back when I was in my 20s. I wanted to learn, you know, about balanced meals and that type of thing. So I always ate very healthy, organic, legumes, you know, the whole spinach salads with legumes, the whole thing. But I would add on this junk, just trying to make myself feel better, filling an empty hole, whatever it was. If I was happy, I needed to have junk. If I was sad, I needed to have junk. You probably know the score. Well, it took me another 2 months to claw my way out of food hell, and that was my biggest lesson. I will never take that first bite again, because I don't know if I can claw my way out again. They say in the rooms of recovery that your disease is out in the driveway doing push-ups, getting stronger and stronger. And they say that in AA. Your disease is progressive, and even though I've been abstinent for 7 years, the disease has gotten stronger and stronger. So if I did have that first bite, it would be curtains. It would be curtains, and I know that. That is what has kept me abstinent for 7 years. I love the food plan. It's a balanced, healthy food. I feel great. When I was 300 pounds, yes, 300 pounds, I felt like I was 80 years old. And now, I don't know exactly how much I weighed at the end because I just didn't. I was at size 26 pants, if that gives you a clue. I'm only 5 feet 3 inches, petite frame. So I felt like I was 80, and now that I'm 100, I let go of 165, 167 pounds. I feel like I'm 30. I don't look like I'm 30. I'm not 30, but I feel like I'm 30. So I let go of all that weight. I let go of 50 years. I let go of 50 years. And I'm, like they say, my worst day today is better than any day when I was in my practicing in my addiction. I'm now living happy, joyous, and free. And if you have liked this video, please share, and comment below to tell me what subjects you might like to hear about in my journey of recovery, my experience, strength, and hope. And I hope to meet some of you on the road to happy destiny.